Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. We're going to get in some quick 3+2. I need to check on lessons for the remainder of the day before I can commit to anything. Hope everyone is having a wonderful start to their summer. The really first official total weekend in let's move this out of the way so I can keep track of these. All right, and we're off. What is our sound like? Our sound is turned all the way down. Let's at least have some movement. My rating has fallen all week long. Let's get Budapest in, as I've been dabbling. I'm dabbling with Hungary here. Hungary, Sweden, Philippines. Next on my list, obviously. I'm always torn between bishop to c5 and bishop to b4 check, but I feel like because of the nature of the threat of knight to c3,
Holly
said,
knight to d5.
Hi Master Chess Dojo, I have a bunch of birthdays for you.
Oh no, let me grab my notebook, wherever it might be. How are you, sir? All 1e4, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's interesting.
Holly
Said,
I have to include...
I'm fine.
You know what I want to do? I think I'm gonna cripple this so that he can't go where he thinks he needs to go.
Holly
And this way,
Said, but my high rating is now 1,577.
all right, that's what I'm talking about. Always incremental progress. For the most part, incremental progress better than no progress. Is he really gonna let me get? What I think he's gonna let me get? Interesting.
Said, Cyrus Lakawala October 10.
Well, I did plan on recapturing with my pawn anyway. No way, I don't have Cyrus? That's hard to believe.
Holly
Said,
Are you friends with
Eileen
him on
Roberts, May
Facebook?
22nd.
Hold the phone. Whoa, okay. I need to put them in. I'll put them here for the most part.
Said, I am not on Facebook.
Well, that's a little extreme, don't you think? Knight takes. Now, I'm tempted to play pawn takes, but because I wish to obtain some obvious opportunities to, I thought this might happen. I did obviously think this might happen.
Said,
I was never
bought this
really
coaching
going to
book,
take
How to
on
Convert an
c4
Advantage
because
to a
this
Win.
pawn on a f7 is hanging. So now, what do I want to do first? Takes first? Takes, desperado. How bad is his... Yeah, I have to go in this direction first. And it only appears that I'm going to be pinned for a moment. We're going to cross our fingers that we can anchor that night. Oh no! I lost material. I had to move my knight back. What was I thinking? I had such a big, beautiful game up until that moment. Let's keep him guessing, as we'll keep his bishop being a spectator for as long as we can. We need to get all of our stuff out. So far, it's 4 pieces to 2, and we're doing okay. Moment of truth, here we'll see. What can he do to me? What can he do to me? Wow, he didn't do it.
Polly.
Said.
I thought he was going to play rook to
October
b1.
25th.
Polly.
Said. Tactician Tyra streamer May 28th.
Polly.
Said. Donato Rivera December 8th.
He's going to get a lot in here, obviously.
Said. Kiwiski streamer April 4th.
I was pretty sure that I got Key Whiskey in already. I'm happy that you returned to that one.
Polly.
Said. I apologize for
No,
creating
not at
so
all.
much additional work for you.
Not at all. Not at all. I have a plan. I am only losing so much. And now we can shut him out. How do I attack him? Do I allow this rook to d6 check? Can I walk in to this horrible mess? I don't know, but I have to guess. And he mates me in one move? No. It does get a little sticky, I have to admit. Well, I'm happy he didn't go for the other. Well, he went for it now. Woo! Another Budapest victory. The Arsenal fan Richie running away with the tournament. Totally awesome. All right, Key Whiskey, April 4th. I'm going to check to make sure that one's not already in there. I need a fresh YouTube birthday stream here. So that one, let me just make sure I get these. December 8th. Tactician. Tyra. Control C. Milev, October 25th. All right, what are we doing against Alexander Alekhine? We're going to go with the older Alekhine and go with D4. Now, I talked to Cyrus on Facebook. We do use it. He's a very approachable fellow. Uh-oh. Oh no, I blundered. I totally blundered. I totally blundered. I totally blundered. I totally blundered. I have to work on this. I can't allow knight e4. Oh no, and the loss of a piece is imminent. Can't do this trick with your king in the center. Can't do this trick with your king in the center. And now it becomes a rook. And we have to work on our approach. And we have to work on limiting our opponent's bishops a la the only basically. We need to trade just in case we... Oh, did he do that? Well, he's going to have pawns, 4 pieces. He let one go. We're still up a rook. Yes, we are talking. Yes, we mean business. Yeah. Let's take that free pawn. Yes. Before he goes anywhere.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
He's got queen 8,
Zed.
queen f5. But
GGS everyone.
So does he trade queens? Is it a real threat? I don't know, but we'll keep his queen in a box. We'll keep his queen in a box. We'll keep his queen in a box. Can I remove a defender? Let's give him a quick check. Oh, wow, that is so cool there. I don't like it much.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Can I share with you a game I played against an IM in a simul last night from the Dutch Stonewall John the First? Think it's the cleanest game I ever played.
Wow. I'm playing this with technique as good as Carlson's, if you must know the truth. I've got technique as good and clean as Carlson's. Can you imagine? That may not be a good thing. What in the world?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Is this Carlson pre or post table?
Polly.
Said. Arsenal fan Ricky, I didn't know you stream.
Oh my gosh. AFR. Yes, please follow the inimitable. Where's our calendar? There it is. Real quick.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
I need to check those.
Said. Paul 1E4.
April 4th, I thought I got.
I'm gonna do a stream this weekend. I accidentally lost all my OBS settings when I upgraded my computer and couldn't be bothered to do it again.
You are correct. I don't have her in my calendar. I was pretty sure that I did add Key Whiskey. I have to search the entire month. 7:55. We need to add this all week long, the 7:30 a.m. arena. That much is true, because we're doing a 7:30 a.m. arena every day. Did not play enough games to make it to the top, but we respected ourselves.
Said. Excellent performance from Vova to finish second berserking each game.
Polly.
Said. Arsenal fan Ricky, do you allow Everton fans in chat?
Polly.
Said. And congrats on winning the arena.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Oh, that was crazy.
Said. Paul 1E4, of course I love Everton proper football club.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Cheers.
So meanwhile, summer has come. I'll be able to stream in the morning starting next week, 7:30 a.m. every day, hopefully. Maybe not Wednesday. I'm not going to promise Wednesday. But Arsenal fan Richie, Congratulations.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said.
Oh, what
Would you
happened to my
mind
chat?
taking a peek at that game Master Chess Dojo?
We have another tournament starting, unfortunately. I have to send a notification. Help! 1 second. This one in 3 minutes. Sending the Rapid and Classical team. But yes. Wait. When is that? Oh, that's tomorrow. Woof. Scared me there for a moment. Really did scare me there for a moment. Classical Swiss, it's not listed over here. Interesting that it's not listed over here.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
But if I go to play arena
Excited for the new
tournaments or
stadium,
play
Paul.
Swiss tournaments, the Darshan Qumran Swiss. Wait a minute. There's an entry code? There should not be an entry code on the Darshan Qumran Swiss. Oh, because it's a Swiss. Oh no. Let me find out. Oh, 2450 is the code. Open and refresh. Well, it's good that I noticed that I was switching back to the Swisses. Egads. I did not even realize that I had switched back to the Swiss starting the day that school was over. Let's change our stream title. We got the one stream title. Now I need I can't do the YouTube stream title, unfortunately, or maybe I can amend it. I don't know. I have to go to YouTube. Let's see if I can do it on the YouTube. First things first, stream title.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said.
I forgot that we had
I
this
asked
Swiss.
this IM if Botvinnik's Stonewall games still held any value. He said that they didn't. He really now that BD6 has become so ubiquitous.
Oh, Richie, I feel terrible, but I hope we have time. We're going to squeeze it in between games. Let's hope that I get a quick game in. We're staying with D4 for the moment. I just need to see how many are in this event. We're up to 7.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. DW about it. Honestly, concentrate on your games. It's your stream after all.
No. Actually, put it in the Discord so I can slip it into another guy that doesn't seem to know that there are only 3 real responses. 4 if you count the Budapest.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
E6, C6, and
I don't use disco anymore, really.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's just keep developing. And does he have a problem? Does he have a problem. Can I do it this way? Or do I do it that way? Takes, check. There.
Quality.
Said. Arsenal fan Ricky, yes, not that I will be attending any games there, I've never even been to Liverpool.
I feel like I should stop him from castling.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. I
Where
really
can
like
you
VA3 Master Chess Dojo.
We will see, we will see, we will see how much he means to me. Bishop A3, knight takes E4 was threatening knight takes C3 as well, so I didn't like it. Knight takes E4 was threatening knight takes C3 as well, so I didn't like it. Well, I don't think I have a choice. This is such a pleasant experience. The really great thing about the Swiss is that I will play 7 different opponents, assuming that the coffee prevails. The main difference between this and the one in the past
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. That makes sense, but NE2 at least defended C3 and it's very hard to imagine black can afford to be chasing pawns there, but maybe that was good for black.
I need to get out of the trouble here and relocate just a bit.
Pegasus sway.
Said. You can always offer a round at the bar.
I could offer a round at the bar, indeed. Well, isn't that interesting? Let's put our knight on a very good square while we're at it. We can weaken pawns later. Wow, didn't see that coming. I'm almost tempted to let him have that pawn just so I can keep expanding. Wow, he is going for it now. If he takes, what do I have besides an almost free pawn? Will no more soon This doesn't look good positionally. He's trying to take everything here. Let's just challenge him on that front. It's a bummer. He can take the correct pawn first. It's a bummer. Bishop to c6. Really? Bummer. He did have that. Are we still in round one? I'm hoping. This is not a good thing. What I just did was not a good thing. I didn't think that one through at all. Fortunately, he didn't either. I'm very lucky that that rook is still hanging. Very, very lucky that that rook is still hanging. And
Tapes new chess.
Said. Hello John sir, how are you doing?
Good, Tapas New. Great to see you here. For those of you interested in the dojo, we have the weekend dojo happening. We have an X-ray attack on A8 to consider if he captures on A6. We also have threats to F7, check, check, check.
Polly.
Said.
So the X-ray is
tapes
still
no
in
chess.
play.
Tapes new chess.
The X-ray
Said.
is still in play.
Great to be here but not for long as I am currently busy with my tourney prep LOL.
And I
Tapes
know
new
he's
chess.
going for that.
Said. Paul 1e4 UU.
I can't defend it enough.
Tapes new chess.
We're still not defending it
So what is your
enough.
decision regarding traveling to India John sir, as only 9 days are remaining for the tournament to happen?
I apologize. It's just not happening. I did feverishly try to make it work on a number of so now he's avoided that. But I have a back rank
Tapes
weakness
new
as
chess.
well.
Said. Oh no.
I can't draw with this guy, can I? Can I draw with him? I don't know. How improved is he on the back rank now? Offering him a repetition. So we have to throw this check in. That much is true. And then we try to get something on the back rank. We will decide then.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Rk 6 RX F7 seemed interesting, probably everything is a draw though.
Perhaps. How do I escape this slight mess here? Whoa. He went for it? Am I covered on the back rank?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. GG Plaquemine Chaos.
And it was the time trouble that ultimately got him. It was indeed the time trouble that ultimately got him. That was a close one. Whew. And now we don't want to play that. This is, I don't really want to dabble with too much. I could check all of my stats. I am 100% with F5 in this position, believe it or not. The Fred is 100% for me. Now, one of the luxuries of a Swiss is that you can be late to the game. That is the interesting part about a Swiss. Let's give the Nimzowitsch a whirl. We have not played many Nimzowitschs. I know that for a fact I have not played. All right. We will check this out. We will see. We will check this out. We will see. Now he's offering the fish the pair. We will lock him in, hopefully. He's giving himself a leap. Interesting. There is no future for that night. We'll keep going. We have a discovery. Well, that was a lot of dancing. Connect our rooks. It's got this, that, the other thing. Wow, 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 wow. Night on the 5th.
Said. And 1100 will miss any 3.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's unfortunate. It looks like we have to give it up. Do we have enough to win this game? Being up the exchange. Let's hope he doesn't tie himself down too much.
Said. Nothing wrong with trading pieces when you are up in material.
This could lead to leaving a mark. I really did forget that these are all Swisses starting today. Summer Swisses. The summer Swisses are back. The drawback is, for those of you in the stream, that the code is 2450. That's our goal, 2450, the Grandmaster Norm rating requirement. But please don't put it in the chat, because we can't have players registering days in advance. If players register days in advance, we can remove you from the team. It looks like I put it up there. The register code 2450 is up there in the description. I should put the code at the bottom so that everybody has to pay attention to the first so many lines, right? All right, so Arsenal fan Richie, I think you can send me a link. Oh, you're still playing. Never mind. The Summer Swiss Series has started. I think LC is about to get the message, unfortunately. I can only apologize, Arsenal fan, as some students are under orders never to resign. But they do have some clauses, by the way, that they can resign if their opponents make very efficient moves. So if an opponent is running around just grabbing pawns, they will continue to play. That is the generic instruction. But if your opponent makes 8 to 10, possibly needing 12 convincing moves, very good, sir. Nicely done. Setting up. Is it a checkmate? This looks like it should be efficient enough, but maybe to mate in 2, yes. Set up a mate in 2. Oh, maybe not mate in 2. Darn. Yeah, that should be good enough. King is completely trapped. If there were no pawns on the board, the rampant rook would try to sack itself. Always wondered with some of these cameraless streamers, if I knocked and collaborated, would they let me in? Stefano, we're still staying with D4. I really do need a coffee break. Ah, very good. We're gonna go Alakon style.
Said. He didn't have to use much time to mate his opponent.
And he passes the test. By the way, this is actually a terrible mistake because of the onslaught of the pawns. But this isn't just a pleasant position for white. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. Bishop e3, of course, could have been played, but I'm setting up bishop to c5 as a target. And we will go for even more here if we can. If we can. We are missing our good bishop, but black has some interesting problems developing as we restrict our best buddy here. Got two redundant knights. This has to be a natural position for white. He is getting a little bit going. We're gonna head this one off at the pass if we can. If we can. We are going to head this one off. Then we will go for it. Took away the knight's natural square. Do I need to worry? I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. But beware. He has this. I have that. So now, I don't seem to have a choice. Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Maybe he can get tricky with knight to b3. Knight takes d3. Had not considered knight takes d3 an option. Unfortunately not. I have a backward pawn. It may not look like it, but it certainly is. Then I have a problem here and there. Here and there. So let's just consider rook to e1, f5, e5, d takes e5, f takes e5, knight takes e5, yada, yada, yada. I don't have any way of recapturing. I'm losing a pawn out of the deal. So if I play rook to e3, I stop f5, at least, for what it's worth. I do have to concern myself a little bit with this pawn on c4. Just a little bit. But this is all part of the programming, you see. All part of the programming. Let's see if we can bother him some more. Just in case. Just in case. So now he's after this maneuver. If he plays c6, I have to play f5. I don't have a choice, do I?
Arsenal fan Ricky
said. Noob Master caught me with a trap in the opening. I was very lucky to get away with it, to be honest.
Noob Master.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Good for him,
Said.
I think.
Noob guy even.
Noob guy. He could actually blunder, so I have to be careful here.
Naman Koshik.
Said. Hey.
Naman Koshik.
Am I gonna get away with this? Rook to e1 check was a move. I could have lost material on that one.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Interesting position to evaluate this.
Yeah, I am going to go for the only advantage that I know with his king on the far side of the board. He can choose to defend or he can choose to risk it all. Is he all in? He decided.
Naman Koshik.
Said. Can I play with you?
Absolutely, Naman. The dojo entry. We're in the weekend rapid and classical here. So is this an advantage for me? Can he approach me at all? King, king, king. It could be a draw. My king is on e3. I just need to evaluate this just a little bit. He has a lot of extra tempi. He
Arsenal
also has an
Ricky.
in.
Said.
King to
Extremely
b6,
instructive,
king to
Stefano.
d4.
You simply have to remain active with your rook in an endgame. You could have put a lot of pressure on a 3 and white queen side rather than responding to white's false threats there.
Hey, 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 watch out. Those are my false threats you're talking about. Those are my false threats you're talking about. Easy now. Can't believe this guy's going after my false threats. That's not cool. That hurt. And that really hurt. That was totally uncalled for. So let's see, am I getting in? Really? I feel like I need to gain more of a space advantage on this side of the board.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said. Candor is all I got, John.
Oh man, it looks like I could be worse.
Global Outcast.
Thanks for following.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said. Global Outcast. There are some brilliant resources on Lycus.org and Chess.com for when you're starting out. They teach you basics of moving pieces and basic tactics to get you started.
Arsenal
Global
fan Ricky
Outcast, yes, thank you
said.
so much.
I hope that helps.
I love the learn section. The learn section to me is priceless. Wow, he let me back in. Well, he didn't let me back in, really.
Naman Koshik
said. How do I join the tournament?
You will join the tournament using the link for the Rapid and Classical on weekends. I need to do this first, I realize.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said. Agree. There's also a very cool cheap app on Steam called Knights and Zen Chess, which you can use to learn in a different way. Global Outcast.
Not sure I needed my king up that far.
Naman Koshik
said. What is your FIDE rating?
Low. L-O-W. My FIDE rating is low. I wish it were
Arsenal
not.
fan Ricky
said. And also the community on many of the Twitch channels are fantastic, and many strong players who will always be happy to help with any advice once you get some of the basics of how the pieces move down. Global Outcast
Now Erds
Said. It's been a long time.
You need that fork.
Naman Koshik.
Said. I mean number, what is it?
What, how much money do you earn per year? Global outcast. Now, who was that was asking? I apologize. How much money, Naman Koshik, how much money do you earn per year?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Enough.
Right?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. What are you, the IRS?
No, it's a personal question, right? Isn't it a personal question? Now, can I keep the opposition here? Am I playing for a win? That is the question. Am I playing for a win? I'm afraid that I'm not playing for a win. I don't want to have too much.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Yeah, and also kind of an irrelevant one, Imo. If you're content with what you do and you're surviving, you're already rich.
Now words.
Said. Arsenal fan Ricky do everything in cash, they can't tax anything, just don't buy property with it.
Naman Koshik.
Said. Yep.
Polly.
Said. I like it when people ask me what my FIDE rating is because it is higher than my USCF rating.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. It's impossible to do that in UK, mandated by law to have wages paid in BACS transfers. Sadly now ERTS 123.
Who would have known?
Naman Koshik.
Said. How many years are you playing chess for?
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. What's your FIDE, Paul?
Now words.
Said. Arsenal fan Ricky, that implies you are working a normal job. If you are more of a contractor, you can get paid in cash.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. I'm only an STD contractor.
Now words.
Said. LOL.
All that work. All that work, ladies and gentlemen. C'est la vie.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. GG,
STD
good fight.
contractor. How many years am I playing chess for? That's a good question. I have been teaching chess. I don't think I put that in there. Since 1984. So in 1984, I was already knocking on the door of master strength. Candidate master at that time.
Naman Koshik.
Said. Can I play?
Naman Koshik.
Said. Arav.
Polly.
Can
Said.
I play? Yes, you can
I got a
play.
200 discount on a job because I paid the contractor in cash.
You may need to join the team. Hold on here. copy link address. I'll put the link address directly in for this particular one. All right. Arsenal fan Richie, I have to think about this. This is the matchup that everyone has been waiting for. We're deciding this tournament. I would love to play a Nightorf against him. His theory is really, really good, but we're going to try to quiet his tactical nerves. Oh, interesting. What was I thinking? We're already in some original territory, eh? Some original territory, eh? Just needed to get my king safe, folks. Just needed to get my king safe. Folks here, folks. Folks here, folks. Folks here. And now we have something to talk about, and we have something to talk about. Let's see what we have got. Yeah, I might have blundered. You can take advantage of it. I don't mind. I deserved it. Oh, he didn't do it? I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Arsenal fan. He was very kind. He didn't take my free rook on c8. Now I have just a worse position. And hopefully we'll get something, and his mercy will be unrewarded. I feel terrible about this, Arsenal fan. I do. We are 60 to 53. He should have narrowed the gap. He should have narrowed the gap. I deserved it. I deserved every loss of it. To have this game decided by the safer king.
Shaken, not stirred.
E7 takes DFD. And we have this here. What in the world? Is he really escaping? That's craziness. I might not be escaping. Now I'm the one with the less safe king. Darn it. I'm the one with the punishment. I can barely survive this attack. Fortunately, everything he has is hanging, and now the other person has the less safe king. I can't believe that we've turned this around. Oh my God. Just when you think you're about to resign. I don't think I have it. I don't think I have it. There is no way. There is very little way it works, but it must be tried. So we have a check here and a check there. So is he threatening mate in a couple? I don't know. But I do have a worse endgame. That much is true. Oh no! Oh, you should have won the game the first time, Arsenal fan. That was a terrible game. I feel like that attack was almost worthwhile. Almost worthwhile.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Oh no.
Said. Oh no.
Indeed. I took an easy way out, and I automatically played it without checking. I deserved
Arsenal
everything
fan
I
Ricky.
got in that particular
Said.
instance.
Yeah, you had an amazing position.
Yes, that's just the life of the streamer who used to be a good player. This is the way the chess game crumbles, as it turns out. So what are we up to? We are in round 4 of 7. Arsenal fan,
Arsenal
Stefano
fan
got a
Ricky.
good draw. That was a
Said.
very good draw by
At
Stefano.
least you used to be a good player. I never was.
Yeah, I would say in the early 90s, oh man, that was the point where I was really like surging. When I made master for the second time because my rating had dipped on there briefly for whatever period, and then I went back over, I think in May of 1992. And they sent me a second, can you believe it? A second master certificate. The Chess Federation had a fire or something, or IT disaster.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Is it important to get those blows to confidence to reinvigorate study and discipline, do you think?
Yeah, it would be nice if that were the truth. it is necessary and important to try to get those blows to reinvigorate study. The thing that drives me at the present is my students, and now that I have a couple of very good students, 3, let me just think about this, 3, 2.5, 3, maybe 4 students that are on the cusp of true greatness, starting one of them with the Grandmaster soon, hopefully.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said.
Oh, we did well.
Great stuff.
Polly.
Said. How did your students do at Super Nationals?
We did well. The high school team won. I'm sorry that I missed Spanish photographer David Lara. He apparently was photographing in the high school section. I chose to go with the middle school team, as I had a couple of private students in that particular group as well. That influenced me. We needed coaches in every section. The elementary section also. We had, I'm trying to think. I think we fell out of the top 5. Might have finished 6th, but we finished 3rd, I believe, in middle school and 1st in the high school. So we're growing a team. It helps when you have several Grandmaster possible players. We had Toddy, we had Nico Chasen, and of course, part of the team was always going to be Brewington Hardaway. He's always going to be a part of the Columbia Grammar team.
Congrats.
Even though he's left Columbia Grammar for homeschooling, shortly after he became a Grandmaster, he decided to reallocate the funds used for paying for school, and I don't blame him. Because as sweet and honest and caring as his school counselor was, the mindset of the school isn't entirely wrapped around the gifted and talented artists. So there are special artist schools in the United States that you can go to, let's say if you're a movie star, where they provide tutoring and things like that on site. Let's just say if you're on a movie set, and there are sports allowances as well for tutoring and classroom assignments and test taking for those who are traveling.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. That paints quite the picture.
And I personally would like to be one of those schools, with the chess team at least, because chess is such a good academic activity in itself that there's no reason why the chess players, it's not like they're rigorously needing to shower after their games or put in vigorous athletic hours all the time. Chess players can pursue academics at the same time as their chess
Arsenal
careers
fan
anywhere.
Said. Maybe the art schools missed a trick not canvassing in my area. They could have brushed up some funding.
Yeah, it takes a nice donor to get started. If you can find one really good donor that will perhaps spearhead the program to say, let's examine this particular area of study or accommodating the students for their talents. You know, musicians. We had one young lady, I remember she was in 1st or 2nd grade. She was an opera singer. Her voice was incredible. And the music teacher was going to give her 4s in all areas. And I was like, you got to find one area that she could probably be a normal person in. And I think the parents would appreciate that. You're paying attention, or that you're attentive to detail. I forget what the area was, but it was a very normal person's area that she was just a normal person in. So she got 1s through 4s, right? 1s through 4s. She got a 3 in that area. And I believe to this day she is still singing. Can't imagine how many years ago that was. She's probably got to be in high school now, maybe just maybe she might be in college. I have to actually check the yearbooks. I meant to try to add to the dojo a collection of yearbooks.
Said. Just to keep children grounded and prevent them stressing about attainment and prevent it overriding childhood, you mean?
Yeah, in a way. Let them know that it's okay not to be perfect. And to remember that schooling is not completely about the subject itself, but also the social and emotional interactions with the community. I think the number one thing you get from school is being able to interact with others while learning. And if you are not able to interact with others while learning, that is a problem. I dropped in on Epiphany Peters. It's nice that she remembers me from her childhood. She was at many girls' nationals back in the day. Placked Man got Arsenal fan Richie.
Said.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
I think teaching children the importance of questions rather than answers is somewhat neglected nowadays.
Right. Absolutely. All right, so here, this fellow. We're going to try to sneak up on him with a little bit of a new approach. Moment of truth. LC 34. Let's see what we got, sir. Wow. All right, I'm game. I'm not entirely positive. I think on his very first move, I got it because I think he wanted to play the Sicilian. He wanted to play the Sicilian, but now we're going to really test him here. As he found out that he needed to play bishop to e7 before knight f6. And because he needs to play bishop to e7 before knight f6. So you have to remember that you're not white when your opponent plays something unusual. So if you're a d4 player, that's all well and good, right? I think I'm just going to take the free pawn and the tempo. And I'm going to see what we can get out of this deal. Am I losing in this particular instance? I could be. I could very well be. I'm going to keep hanging out here just a little bit. Make sure my opponent doesn't do to me what I would do to him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now we're talking. This looks like it is totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary use of force and piece coordination. Queen f5, rook f1. If he doesn't play here, then what? Has he got queen h4? I don't think so. I'm just going to pretend as though this were not really happening. Now he has two pieces hanging. I'm not so certain of this. I'm just trying to get my queen to e2. Knight to g3 was also interesting. Then he has knight takes h2, queen takes g3, and things could get a little sticky. So I have to watch out. The good news is that we are now in the driver's seat as far as the threats are concerned. Bum, bum, bum. He can't afford this much. Oh no. Is this true? Did this work? Did this work to our advantage? I feel like I have to take that. Queen f7 check first could have been nicer. And we're back. Don't know why I didn't take the queen the first time. What was I thinking? Knight takes queen the first time? Could have been a little bit more ominous, right? It was hanging for 3 moves, the Botez Gambit. But I'm afraid... I'm very, very afraid that yes, yes, yes. This could be my coffee run. This could be my coffee run. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. But at least I pried my way into the top 3. Somehow, clinging for dear life in the 7-round Swiss. It may not be long enough. That's why I remember playing, doing the 9-round Swiss. It was long enough that I could take a round off. We're going to watch Arsenal fan Richie and Stefano for a moment. We only have 2 games going. And I'll be back. This is a coffee break. And we will get this up for the YouTube fellows as well. quick coffee break. I believe the earpiece. All right, there's Phil Doward. Yeah, I was telling a student the other day, Arsenal fan, that good students ask good questions. It's not just about Now, is this going to be worthwhile? I don't necessarily know if that was worth it. Because now queen to e5. No! I guess so. Queen to e5 was my original thought in that situation. So here, for example, queen to e5, rook takes d8 doesn't do anything, yeah? Yeah, probably not. Arsenal fan is tactically proficient, though. Stefano 8, who got me. Obviously, we cannot, I repeat, we cannot play queen f7, so whatever remains, however improbable, has to be the good move. Right? I'm not sure what we're looking at here, Arsenal fan. Oh no. Do not do that. You only have one move here. What's going on? What happened, Arsenal? What happened, Richie? I have a feeling that it had to do with his kids or his wife.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Forced mate.
That's true. We only had one move, and then it was check and mate. Stefano has gotten me pretty well over the years. I take it back. My score is still 4-1.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Not
You
sure
moved your
what I
F
did
pawn.
wrong in that.
You moved your F pawn. That was what you did wrong. I would say that automatically is that you don't move your F pawn. Just don't move this pawn. Activity over pawns, I would probably activate.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. I was in deep trouble before moving F pawn.
Really? Oh, come on. Let me take a quick peek here. I don't think so. I think the assessment at that moment was just fine. Ah, but it was one of our favorite Benonis. Hold on.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Yes, you are
I was
in
up
trouble.
exchange with winning position, then a piece, then 2 pawns he kept creating. I was up exchange with winning position, then a piece, then 2 pawns he kept creating threats.
So queen f5, huh? Yeah, you just keep threatening. This is a nice fork, threatening the rook and trading. So after queen takes b2, rook to e1, now you have this very clever move. And you cover all of the threats.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. He can sack a 1.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Knight
Said.
f8.
I think.
No, I think you're good. You're up so much material that you can play rook f8
Arsenal
or
fan
knight
Ricky.
f8 if for equal.
Said. To
We throw in this check first. But we could also do that. I agree that I have the engine open. I apologize. I think you're toasting him more than he's toasting you. They're saying that you're even winning in this position
Arsenal
after
fan
bishop to b5.
said. Well played, Stefano.
All right, Black Man. This is the fellow that got Arsenal fan. So we're going to move our F pawn on move 1 and get it out of the way. Going to move our pawn on move number 1 and get it out of the way. Stefano must have assumed the first place position in the tournament now. Can I just play knight h5? How amusing would that be? Yeah, let's go after his bishop. I'm tempting fate here. I'm not playing chess anymore. This is really not cool. This is really not cool. Am I threatening that? Knight takes, pawn takes. Can take the bishop at any time. E5, D takes E5, F4. Let's keep going. Where? Oh, you got me there? You've got me there. Wise guy. That was close. That could have been annoying. Yes. Your point being? And do we continue on this very march, or do we continue developing? Let's just continue developing. We have a beautiful square coming up for our knight. Another nice piece coordination happening here. Threats to B2, F2. Tricky enough. Oh, that was a wasted check, sir. After all, now we can swallow you up by exchanging more material. Or we can overwork you. I think we're going with the overworkingness. See, previously this was taking with check. Something I forgot about against Arsenal fan Richie. Something I definitely forgot about with Arsenal fan Richie. That much is true. I'm threatening too much in this position, honestly. Quite a bit. Like crazy amounts. He didn't know the reason why I was taking on C4. He thought I was taking on C4 to take the bishop on H7. That was round 6 of 7. We're all in the mix now. Good Arsenal fan off. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I need to start up a Zoom lesson. Darn it. I forgot about this. 9:45 is the earliest I can do. Good morning. We are wrapping up a tournament. I apologize. You don't need to say anything just yet, but I think I have one more game. I forgot about this tournament becoming a Swiss today. The difference between a Swiss and the morning dojo tournaments at 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, I forgot what a Swiss was.
Yeah, like the normal weekend tournaments. So for the most part, every Saturday and Sunday morning, you should be playing in this tournament at 8 a.m. Just because you'll get a few good games in versus good
Arsenal
opponents,
fan
and you
Ricky.
learn from your opponents.
Said. Still streaming, John. Maybe best to mute the stream.
I don't know what I want to do here. I will clobber the desktop audio. That might do it. That way I'll be talking. You won't necessarily hear the youngster. That sounds better. He can be here while I finish up the stream. Basically, I don't know if you heard. Arsenal fan Richie is in England. He is in this tournament with us. He's just ahead of me. He beat the daylights out of me earlier, much to my own chagrin. I stepped on a rake in the yard. Everything looked very clear and nice and beautiful. And then I stepped on a rake, and I knocked myself out. I'll show you that game. Hold on. This is my game that I'm talking about. Like Sideshow Bob, exactly. So I was black in this game. So I basically played just like this. I mean, everything is good. I got a little carried away here. And now, of course, immediately I like to go into this automatic plan of grabbing space on the queen side. This probably wasn't necessary, but I already saw queen a5 check coming. So in any event, and now maybe I don't need to rush this. Rook to c8 right away. It would probably be better to get control of the c file, but that's what my plan was. He had no entry points with his rooks. And then I tried to bother these two. Then I hung my rook and he didn't take it. I felt a lot of obligation to my opponent when he doesn't take my free rook. He was very kind here. He actually just took on f5. I know, then I would have been lost, right? In any event, what ends up happening here is that I have the slightly safer king, so I start to open up lines. Yeah, you did not miss that. You were just being kind, sir. And I should not recapture with the rook. I should not play rook e4 here. Right here, king to c3, I felt like I'm totally winning. The hard part was that it was hard to see that there were no checks after king to d1. It looked really, really serious, actually. I don't know if we were looking at king to c1, but he plays king to d3, and I missed rook to c8 check, followed by, let's see it. Oh, yeah. What happens on king to b3, though? Oh, no, there's no king to b3. This is the way I should have done it. Right? And then queen f2 check, and I'm just winning. I'm not entirely positive that this is not just as easily winning another way. So I played queen to c6 by accident, thinking that I was playing rook to the square, but I forgot my queen was still being attacked. Yes. And he has queen to b5 on queen to b6. Oh, no, indeed, right? So therefore, I tried another way. It thought that I should play queen to b6 check anyway, but I was really concerned about this. Oh, I don't. He doesn't have it because of that. So in theory, our session, Robbie, in theory, our session doesn't actually begin. I've got my lesson up in the background, everybody, so I apologize. But in any event, what ended up happening, what ended up happening was this happened. And then I allowed a very dangerous attack, as he is clearly better. And he fell for the first check, so I felt I was okay after this. I really did feel like I was okay. And now rook f8 is mate in 8. Queen a6. Ah. Queen a6 is checkmate. He can't go to b3 because of queen to c4 check. So he has to move. This is Taras Nimzovich, right? This is like shades of Taras Nimzovich. Then it's check followed by mate. Oh my gosh, we played terribly. So watch what I did here, Robbie. I played this move to remove the defender of the rook. I want to play queen takes rook on the next move. But unfortunately, after this check, he takes with check. And that is resigns. That is resigns, yeah. All right, so we're off. Noob guy. If I'm going to tie for first and have a better performance, this is my chance. Because I've only lost to Arsenal fan Richie, which should give me a better performance rating. I believe he streams on YouTube, but I'm not entirely sure. But it's basically there's more than one noob guy in this. We're going to play the can't lose, might win exchange variation. Whoop. And this is really early to play this h6 move. I will look at it later for any inaccuracies. There was a great chess-based DVD series on the Queen's Gambit many years ago by Gary Kasparov. And it's definitely worth checking out. So this pawn is in the lurch a little bit, and it will remain in the lurch for a bit of time to come. Got knight f4, queen to b3, rook to c1. I am forced into the straightaway queen to b3, going after this, that, and the other thing. Bishop takes d2, queen takes b7. Bishop takes d3, queen takes c6. We'll just remove the defender, the d5 pawn. Yep. And of course, now, am I improving his position at all? But let's soften him up just a little bit. We're going to continue the softening. He had rook e8 getting his pawn back, though. He still has knight takes d4 check. Pawn takes rook e8. So it's sort of annoying that he's getting his thing back. Well, at least I got out of dodge now, and it's no longer a threat. We want to trade queens. What? You can do this? I don't think so. Okay. We'll see. Uh-oh. He attacked my queen. I attack his queen. I really do need to batten down the hatches. He had queen h1 check, which was very annoying. I forgot that my king wasn't on g1. He still can't take my rook for a pawn. Desperado in any other situation, then rook takes queen, but unfortunately, that's not how the cookie crumbles. I don't have much of a choice here. I just want to keep up the pressure of trying to bother him. We'll see what happens now. All right, moment of truth. I really just want to put my bishop on this square. Yeah, we'll go for it. We can drive him back. And if he tries to put it on that square, we'll simplify more. So let's see what time this thing actually ends. It looks like our lesson may not be able to begin until a little bit later. Can I survive this? Can I take this pawn and live? I don't know. But we will find out. He's still trying to come in on this side of the board. Fair enough. We're going to consolidate. I think we're winning material now. We're winning material with this fork. Or that fork. Everything's a fork. A forced fork. A forced fork. So should we bother him some more? His queen looks like it's very close to trapped. Oh, he did that. So is his queen trapped? That is the question. His queen is not completely trapped, no. He does have queen to g5, but we'll see what happens next. I'm expecting him to bother my knight and help me out with f3. Instead, he plays that move. So we're going to come in on that side. And now for something completely irrelevant. Okay. Is that part of what we were planning? F3, G5. Let's just play it this way. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a check-in. We're not going to do anything too fancy here. We always have this move. We always have that move. We always have rook on C to H1, and we always have knight E6. I'm really secretly trying to sneak up on G6. What in the world did he do here? Can I just push my pawn? I'm going to stop him from playing. So let's do that. Let's pretend like we're trying to stop him from playing a move that we're trying to play. What? I believe this should work, but it's not going to work yet. Do I want to play it? I don't want to let my rook get trapped either. But this pawn should be decisive enough. Interesting. Yeah, he didn't know what else to do. I probably should have played the check first. But I am planning on it this way. We have C7 first. Check, check. I feel like it's mate in one no matter what if I play it properly here. Can he stop the checkmate in one? After queen takes G6? I don't know. He can make it mate in two. Yes, I can. We're just going to threaten checkmate in one. Oh, wait a minute. In normal Lee chess games, you can't see me? Hold on 1 second. I enabled the second camera here. I could not overcome Arsenal fan Richie's tiebreak points. Even though I drew Stefano, so I should get half of his points, and Arsenal fan Richie lost to Stefano, so he gets none of Stefano's tiebreak points. That still did not help me out. The way the tiebreaks work, everybody, is that if you win, you get all of their tournament collected points. And if you lose, then you get none of their collected points. And if you draw with them, you get half of their opponent's tournament points. Well, I think it was mate and one no matter what. It was mate and one no matter what at the end of that game. But in general, honestly, everyone, the best fifth move against this is c6, just to see what white's placement of pieces is, even though today it is pretty much the same, no matter what. I am going to try to raid Anna, even though she doesn't allow my raids. Indeed. Now, I prefer to raid people that I know personally, like Anna Cramlin, but if she's not taking raids, c'est la vie. Anyone else? Tea whiskey? Oh, yes. Thank you so much. I don't know her personally, but I've interacted with her quite a bit. She's an absolute sweetheart. In any event, I have to start this lesson. So the lesson time, start time, looks like it's going to have to be 10 a.m. on Saturday mornings. It doesn't look like it's going to work out with this. So I actually shortened it, so I thought it would be the same amount of time, but I forgot about the 20 seconds between rounds. In any event, let me roll the ending credits. Thank you, Arsenal fan Richie. Namaste, everyone. Paul 184, thank you for those birthdays. I'm going to scroll back up and make sure that I got every last one of them. I will check on it again later as well. Adding birthdays to the calendar. Let me just throw that in the, if you've not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel. Sorry, I'm talking to other people right now, Richie. RM. Please do. Please do. It is free, and it supports the stream, and it gets you text-to-speech. Absolutely gets you text-to-speech. All right. Cheers and ciao, everyone. Thank you for being here.